Hello and welcome. My guest today is talented, successful and very young. She's built her career brick by brick, or should I say film by film, without the help of connections and openings provided by friends and family. You could call her a self-made woman. She's getting some big juicy roles, working with some of the biggest filmmakers in this country and our biggest stars. So how is she making her choices? How is she negotiating this big competitive world of the movies? And more importantly, when life is so good, how does it get better? Let's find out from my guest, Anushka Sharma. Anushka, it's lovely to have you back on the show. You're like hot stuff, isn't it, right now?
I don't know, you tell me.
You tell me. What's the temperature like? I can see the steam coming off. How hot are you these days?
Feels normal.
Feels normal still?
I'm just happy that I'm doing the kind of work that I've always wanted to do. Last time I spoke to you, I think I expressed that there's a certain way in which I would like my career to go, and I'm really happy to be back on your show and talking about just that.
You're working with incredible roster of filmmakers, some fabulous meaty parts coming your way. How are you picking these films? Because when filmmakers like Raju Hirani, Anurag Kashyap, Vishal Bharadwaj, all these guys say, Anushka, will you be in the film? I can't see you saying, send the script, I'll think about it. Do you?
Well, I think because these people take their work so seriously and they take the matter that they make, the script so seriously, they always give a narration to an actor, because it's very important for everyone on the film to be in sync and to be on the same page and have the same kind of feeling towards the matter. So because they are the way they are, of course they always give a narration, but I've just been lucky that each time I've been narrated a script, it's just been fantastic, and I just didn't have to ever raise an eyebrow or like have anything other than a yes to say.
But would you be able to say no if you genuinely felt that you weren't up to it, or that you didn't really care for the story or the theme?
No, definitely. I mean, I would, if I feel like there is something that is not going to give me happiness when I'm working, it's not going to make me feel like I'm, doing something. Of course, I'll say no. To be stuck, we shoot a film for 6 months, sometimes even more.
That's true.
And to be stuck in a space where you're not happy, you just create unhappiness for everyone around you. And I wouldn't want to do that to anybody.
So let's talk about Matru ki Bijlee ka Mandola, because that's a film that's out even as we speak, and I've happened to see it, so it was enjoyable. But I thought there were sort of two tones to the film. So there was one part of the film which was this really over the top and crazy. So for instance, when you run home and you find your fiancé and he's got the African singers for you, isn't it? And then there's another part of the film which is actually quite normal in terms of the narrative style. So let's say when you meet Imran and he's wanting to go away or whatever it is. I don't want to discuss the plot too much. How would you get into the skin of that kind of different tonality? There is a difference, I'm guessing.
This character of Bijlee, when I started off, I thought it was, it's just okay, fine. She's vivacious, she's spunky, and that's the way I approached the character initially. But when we started doing readings and we did these table reads with all the actors, I started to realize that this is not who this girl is. She's actually extremely confused and a bit eccentric, and that's why you see the two different tones to the character. This is what excited me about Bijlee. As she, extremely contradictory, her personality, as bold and as out there and muffat as she is, she's equally vulnerable and innocent. So I think that is something that I really enjoyed playing. I've never felt, all my characters have always been girls who are very sorted.
How much control can you exercise as a filmmaker, as an actor? Because for instance, why was Bijlee dressed completely out of context? Why were you wearing tiny clothes and shorts and ganjis in a place where if you were to go really, you wouldn't dress like that? Is this a filmmaker and his vision? Do you input into it? Or is it just the Hindi movies? Beautiful girl sells the film.
No, I don't think that's not the latter.
Help me understand. Because your shot, the shot of you coming out of that pond or whatever it was, is there in the promo and it's there in the poster. So come on, Anushka. I know you want to believe the best of the people you work with, and it's not personal about anyone. But surely you can make out if that in Hindi movies, women wearing less clothes help sell movies.
No, I don't think that's true.
No?
Not for this film. I mean, we are talking about Vishal Bhardwaj here. I don't think he's the kind of director who's going to use these kind of gimmicks to sell his film. What you see of Bijlee coming out of the talab is Bijlee. Now, if she's wearing short clothes, she's wearing short clothes. But that's who she is.
So how did you understand
If you
this?
had to, like, if you each time you have to introduce a character through a theatrical trailer, which is just a 3-minute trailer. You just have to go out there and show that those 3 seconds that this is who this person is. That is who Bijlee is. She is someone who likes to shock people. That's just something that she likes to do.
So that explains the clothes.
That is her character. Just the way she is, the way she dresses, the tattoos that she has on her body. It's all just a loud, cry
Look
for,
at me.
Look at me, because she's a neglected child. She's neglected by her father. So that is who she is. And she will always stick out in the film because she was meant to stick out. When Vishal Bhardwaj, told me about the character, he said she will always look odd in the film. She will always look like she doesn't belong in this world. Honestly, I could say that I've never worked with people who have to use such tactics to try and sell their film. And I think Vishal Bhardwaj is a brand in himself. I don't think he needs to, anyone that I've worked with, whether him or anyone else, needs to come down to a level where they are not selling their film on a creative level, but on other, through other sources.
Let's talk about the film just before this one, Jab Tak Hai Jaan. Now, clearly you wanted to be a part of film history. That choice is about that, isn't it?
Well,
Yash Chopra, the legendary Yash Chopra's final film, and Anushka has a role in it. Was that the reason that you did it? Because I heard you say, I think in Rajiv's interview, in Rajiv Masan's interview, that if it was another filmmaker, you may not have done that role because you are getting roles where you are the primary lead when it comes to the female side, isn't it?
No, but there was a reason for it. It was not because I never see a role as, I would still do a role as a second lead or a parallel lead if the role is very good. I would still do it. The reason I said I wouldn't do it in like this character was because a Yash Chopra film is a Yash Chopra film. It is his world. You understand his film in the capacity of his world. So anyone else trying to do that will not work. That's what I meant when I said that I would not have done it if anybody else had done it. You understand Akira, Samar, Meera, because it is in a Yash Chopra film. And yes, Yash Chopra heroine is a brand name. There is no other director, you don't say iski heroine. It's only a Yash Chopra heroine.
That's true.
I mean, the actresses who've been, part of that list, it's my greatest honor to have been able to work with the man.
What did you pick up about cinema and the craft working with a legend like that? Because what you're talking about just now is his personality, the way he was as a person.
With Yashji, I think what I experienced was a cinema that is very, very dramatic, and his dialogues, what the actors are saying. If you see, he gives a lot of attention to his characters, his actors. His actors are taking the story forward. What they're saying is what your understanding of the film, and then you know what's going to happen next. So I think it's the drama in his films. That is something that I experienced because when I was shooting for his film, I remember him telling me that no, I can't see it. You show it to me. I can't see what you're doing. And then I understood that this is a different kind of cinema. It's different work. And like I said earlier, within that world, you feel like how do I say this? You feel like an actor. It's very it's a bit theatrical.
Okay.
So you feel we like when I do a Vishal Bhardwaj film, everything is very internalized. But here everything is expressed.
It's more expressive.
Every emotion is expressed. You're feeling something, you're saying it.
And working with Shah Rukh, because in 2008 you were this debutante, and in 2012 you were an actor with at least 5 films then behind you, and with each film proving your mettle as an actor, isn't it?
See, it's different for different people. I am extremely shy. I'm socially extremely awkward as a person. So in the beginning when I started working...
No one could tell.
Yeah, but I'm extremely awkward. Sometimes I talk a lot because I'm nervous.
Really?
Yes. And I mean, if I'm comfortable around people, then then it's fine. But a lot of times I speak because I feel like, oh my God, this is a silent moment, and I just have to fit. Otherwise, it's odd. There's something not right. So I'm socially extremely awkward. So when I did my first film with Shah Rukh, I really did not know how to be around him. I did not know whether I should go up to him and talk to him, whether I should sit with him during the breaks, between shots, or whether I should give him his space. Like, there are things like these that I was struggling with, in the very first film. Because I didn't want to be like this person who's coming and disturbing Shah Rukh Khan every
or piling on, or being over familiar.
Exactly. And I think that was the struggle there. So I was definitely very, very awkward around him. He was very nice to me from the beginning. He would keep telling me stories, and I could make out that he was trying to make me feel more comfortable, because he could see that I was a bit shy and odd. But now, because I've met him so much, and I think I've grown to really, really like him. I feel like I can listen to him. I can listen. You can listen to Shah Rukh when he's speaking, and there is a certain quality which is very, very. It just kind of engulfs you, when he talks. So I think for me, now I'm a little more comfortable. I would say I'm not so awkward. See, for me, it's like there will always be this distance, because he is who he is. I come from an army background. Hierarchy is like given a lot of importance to, and I've grown up. That's the basic protocol that I've seen as a kid. So
there is an order, and everybody has to keep to that order.
And I think that will always stay. So no matter, even if I do 7 films with Shah Rukh, I will never become like, hey, what's up? And like, I mean, it's never going to be a casual and informal attitude towards him.
So if I don't ask you the next question, will you continue talking?
If you don't ask me, I change when I come in front of the camera, I guess. I probably will. A lot of things I'm saying I actually don't want to say. I'm just going on saying them because I just, like right now.
I'm just teasing you. Shabana Azmi was on the show, and we're meeting, and I'm talking to people in the film industry after that horrific gang rape that happened in Delhi, and there's been a lot of focus on why are Indians like this, why are Indian men like this, what role does the police play, what role do our courts play, what role do our movies play, because movies influence all of us in a very, very subliminal way. Shabana said something very interesting. She said that today's women, or today's leading ladies, and you're one of them, have more independence, have a little bit more say in what is happening in the movies they make. Would you agree with that? And therefore you can make, to quote her, informed choices. Would you agree with that?
Well, I mean, I don't know the difference. I mean, I only know this time, and I only know what I'm doing right now. So I mean, I don't feel like I can't put my opinion forward. You can. I don't feel like I'm shut down and I'm told, no, you shut up, you're a woman. But there is disparity, there is no doubt. I mean, there is inequality, because the day you have economically or on the same level is when you can say that there is no discrimination. But there is, because I mean, that's the way it is, and that is not because our industry is like that. That is because our society is like that. That is the way we see things. So it doesn't matter how much talent you have, how many films you've done, what is your level of your stardom, does not matter. If you're a woman, you will be weighed slightly lesser than your male counterpart. Since we're talking about Shabana Azmi, I just, I remember when Band Baja Barat came out, and she'd called me and she'd spoken to me, and she'd pointed one thing out, which I think was the strength of the movie. She said that, even though the actor and the actress in the film, in the interval, they share an intimate moment together, the next day the girl is not feeling violated or like, oh God, what has happened? So, I think we are also showing these kind of characters, and I take pride in saying that I've always played girls who have, who've said what they want, and I think let's begin with that. I think we're able to express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves. And since we were talking about the fact that, we influence society, I think it's the other way around. I think the society, what happens in the society is what we are portraying. It's not coming out from like, You know, we're just not making up.
No, fair enough. It's a bit of a chicken and egg situation, right? So this is the society we are part of. It's Indian society. It's patriarchal. It can be misogynistic, where women are not treated well. I get that, and therefore our stories and our popular culture, movies, television, could be anything, news, the way we speak, what we project, all of that is based on the society we come from. Absolutely, point taken. But given that, do you feel as a young person, okay, because you're not yet set in your ways, you're building your character and personality every day as we speak. Do you think that since that cinema, filmmakers, actors, writers, do you think collectively this industry needs to pick up gender sensitization as an agenda? In a subtle way. I'm not saying take morchas out.
Not as an agenda. Not at all.
As an agenda.
I don't agree.
Why do you say
Because
that?
at the end of the day, films are supposed, according to me, they are entertainment. If they are passing on a message in an entertaining manner, that's fine, but not as an agenda. It will not. You can't preach something to people. You can't tell people aisa hona chahiye. We've been doing it since times immemorial.
And
there have been films that have shown women as being very, very strong. Mother India, Aurat, Damini, there have been many, many films that have always shown strong women. So it is not, what happens is, I feel, the minute like something happens in the country, the first people to, the fingers get pointed at is the film industry. But we are part of the society. We are not away from it.
That's absolutely a point well taken, Anushka. I don't think anybody is saying the film industry, or at least I'm not saying that the film industry is responsible for everything bad. I'm just saying that the power of the film industry is immense. So if it wanted to, it could do things more, to spread more positive messages. Is that something as a young creative artist you feel you should think about more, or you feel you're already thinking about it because of who you are?
See, I'll tell you something.
I just need to understand.
Okay, I'll tell you something personally. If I ever was to play a girl who I felt I could have no respect for as a woman, I would never play that character.
You wouldn't?
I would never play that character. I could not. I would not be able to play that
character.
That's
good to hear. That's
there would
great
be no
to
conviction.
Hear.
There would be absolutely no conviction, and I would have no respect to the person who's written it for me either. I think it's very important, according to me, for the mothers to treat tell their sons how they should be looking at a woman also on screen. My brother is he's 28 years old. He is also obviously grown up in this country. He has also seen all these songs that have come, like item songs that you're talking about. My brother doesn't look down upon those women and think of them as some kind of like flesh and meat. He doesn't see it like that. He might think that the girl is hot, but he's not thinking that she's there for me to grope and grab. According to me, it is it's upbringing and it's education. My brother was brought up in a certain way, and so were my guy friends, and that is why they see women the way they see them. And what is very important is the way the man treats the woman in the house.
But having said all of this, you're also saying that tomorrow, if you get a script which you feel that I don't care for this girl, this is not a character I respect, I will not play it.
No.
So you're saying the choices are individual, and I hope that individually this adds up to, putting out positive images, because I think it's important. But anyway, what are you looking forward to next, Anushka? You're good at your work, you work hard clearly, and you're getting just the kind of opportunities any actor would want to get. What more would you want in this scenario? Because you have everything, isn't it? It's like Richie Rich.
Oh, no.
In a film sense, no?
No, not at all. I have to work. If this is just now, I mean, what if there are only 2 films? I need stuff after that also. Otherwise, where Richie Rich over?
I thought it would be easy.
No.
One after the other.
It's just the beginning. For me, it's just the beginning. I'm just standing somewhere where I'm looking at something that I always wanted to do. It was very, very far away. But right now, I'm just standing. It's slightly closer. But I have so much to do. I mean, I have so many more people that I want to work with, so many more scripts and roles that I want to play. And my ultimate dream is that there should be a point, and I'm probably not going to talk about this ever again, because I feel like I should just do it and not speak about it. But my ultimate goal would be that, I want that each time a film of mine is coming out, people should think that, oh, Anushka Sharma ka film hai, 100% achha hoega. Film will not be bad. We should go and watch it. That's my ultimate, I think I would say,
ambition for yourself.
Yeah, for my professionally, yes.
Yeah. So, how much does the success of your films commercially determine whether or not you can reach this goal? कि ये अनुष्का शर्मा का film है तो अच्छा होगा ही. Commercially, how successful do you think your films need to be? Because many of your films have been successful, but you know, in terms of the numbers which this film industry gets very, very agitated by, you know, how many crores have been made, how much does that affect your ambition of, ye Anushka Sharma ka film hai, acha to hoga hi?
See, the money means that more people have watched the film and more people have liked the film. That's how the money is coming.
Yeah.
But I think our society, I mean, right now, like our film industry is actually divided in a way that, you know, there are certain films that they may not make that much money, but they get appreciated on another level. I mean, my own film, Band Baja Barat, people might think that it made a lot of money. It did not make that kind of money. In fact, my next film made more money and it was not spoken about as much.
That is Ricky Bell. Ladies versus
Ladies versus Ricky Bell. But Band Baja Barat has, you know, there's a perception hit and then there's a money wala hit.
So which one would you prefer?
Both.
Which one do you need?
Dono ka, there should be a mix of both. But if my films are making a lot of money, like I would want a Raju Rani's film to make a lot of money, because that's the cinema I believe in, and I would want that to make a lot of money. But yes, having said that, if films are getting this kind of commerce, it is because people are giving that money and buying those tickets.
So perception hit and commercial hit, and you want both?
Both, absolutely.
And you want both in the same film, or you want one film to be commercial hit, next one perception, the next one commercial, and
together they're great, like Chandi.
You know, Anushka, it's always lovely talking to you. I'm sure we're going to have you back on this show again, because you're just doing great stuff and you're full of energy and it's lovely. So I wish you all the very, very best.
Thank you.